I tell people he's a winner. He's a very versatile quarterback. He's smart. And like you said, just the aura of him. Like he comes in the huddle, demands the huddle, and he didn't let him being a rookie dictate how he play or how his swagger. He keeps the same swagger.
All right, now we have another one of Hurts' teammates joining us, Super Bowl champion offensive tackle Lane Johnson in the house on behalf of Microban 24. Lane, thanks for joining the ladies today on First Take. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's talk about your quarterback. You two actually have a lot in common, probably people aren't aware about. You both went to Oklahoma, and actually you played quarterback at JUCO before switching to tackle. So let's talk about your quarterback. What are your expectations for Jalen Hurts this season?
The only difference between me and Jalen is my arms are just a little bit stronger. He just has a little bit more accuracy. But, man, we're excited to have him. I think you saw a glimpse of what he can do the 4 or 5 game stretch that he was in. Obviously, versatile with his legs, can do things outside the pocket, extending plays. And like Jalen was talking about, just his aura and his presence, he carries himself like a veteran. And I can say that about him.
Lane, you obviously are coming back from an ankle injury. What have you done to get back to this point, and what are you hoping for these New Look Eagles?
Yeah, I'm hoping for a complete return. I should be fully cleared within the next month, but really had a tightrope surgery and a deltoid repair, so really kind of a reconstruction of my left ankle. But everything's going good. We start OTAs April 19th, so I'm pretty sure most of it's going to be all virtual until we know otherwise. But we're excited about the new coach, Coach Sirianni. We're excited to get everybody back in the building and get this thing rolling.
And speaking of your new coach, head coach Nick Sirianni, he's really bringing with him a pretty young coaching staff. So for you as a veteran on this team, how do you think that this dynamic might change from seasons of the past to now?
It's different. With the NFL, it's crazy how coaches come in and out, players come in and out. But I can tell you a lot of energy is coming in. I feel we'll get acquainted real soon. But offensively, I know we weren't where we needed to be last year. And moving forward, we have big expectations on ourselves. We're not where we need to be, and we know that. But moving forward, we're confident with where we're at and who we're getting in the draft, and moving forward from there.
All right, yeah, let's talk about the draft. Lane, who do you hope that the Eagles pick with their number 12 draft pick? Or what position, even if you don't know exactly which player?
I don't care who it is. I just want a baller. That's all I want. So I don't know who that's going to be. We got somebody snagging the ball in the end zone.
Well said.
Getting the quarterback, it don't matter to me.
Just want a baller. We like it.
All right, Lane, you don't care who you guys take exactly, but do you care about the 17-game schedule now that you guys have to play?
As long as they have a 17-week paycheck going with it, I think everybody can be fine with that. I know a lot of guys weren't thrilled with it, but it is what it is. Another way to extend the season, but I think they're shortening the preseason from what I understand. So it is what it is.
Want a baller, a shot caller, want to get paid. I love you, Lane. Thinking about your team overall, what do you think is going to be the number one focus for you guys both bouncing back, this coming season?
Probably just getting Jalen, familiar with just, being QB1. And, whoever we draft, it's going to be difficult to kind of get the continuity if it's not in person, but you would like to get workouts, before training camp starts, get those relationships built and move on from there. And that's really what it's about. I feel like teams that play the best, that do the best down the stretch are the guys that have the strongest bond and play hard for each other. So that's where we're at. And really the upcoming months, we're just going to play it by ear as far as what we're allowed to do.
All right, Lane, you have said that in your heart you feel like professional wrestling is something that you would want to pursue. As you know, I put some years in at the WWE. So I'm curious, if you were a professional wrestler, what would your persona be?
There's many avenues you could go down. You could be the good guy, but I feel like the bad guy would be my role. So I don't know what my name would be. I don't know how that would all play out, but definitely been a childhood dream, something I grew up watching, and just as far as entertainment, something to look forward to. It was something I put a great time in when I was younger, watching and maybe doing a little bit of backyard wrestling, but that's about it. Nothing too serious.
All right, you have a finishing move in mind?
I don't know. We're still developing right now, still in developmental terms.
All right. Well, for now, we'll let you do the moves on the football field. But how is Microband 24 keeping you busy this offseason as well?
Well, as you know, we have this barn. I have lots of guys coming in to train. So Microband is a way to eliminate bacteria, eliminate the COVID virus up to 24 hours. And it's a way to honor those that are in our communities on the front lines every day. We recognized a woman named Colleen out of Bensalem, Pennsylvania, who's been with Acme for 10 plus years, and really just honoring the people that are allowing to kind of go back to normalcy like we had in the season. I don't think the season would have been a success like it has been without the people like that. So teaming up with them was a no-brainer, and continue to do it in the future.
All right, miss a step. So here's KD after the game.
I expected to come out here and play the way I played. I wasn't trying to ease into the game. I just wanted to go out there and dive right into the action. I mean, the game was already fast-paced already, so from watching it from the bench, I knew exactly how I needed to approach it. So, but it was pretty cool coming off the bench. I can't lie. But it was also good to play in front of the fans as well.
All righty, he is ready to go. He looked amazing last night. Shanae and Brian here with us right now. Shanae, I want to start with you. You think a healthy Nets team is a lock to win the title this year?
Okay, Charlie. Yeah, shout out to First Take, her takeover. Let's go. And hey, Brian. Now, on paper, okay, the Brooklyn Nets, based on what we saw yesterday, my goodness, good Lord, they are a cheat code. I mean, it started with Blake Griffin. You saw that signature bounce back on the dunk. You had LaMarcus Aldridge with his beautiful turnaround fadeaway. And the main event, Kevin Durant finally back. It's just not fair. He was a plus 22 off of the bench, 17 points, in 19 minutes. This could be one of the best offenses we'll ever witness in NBA history. But, however, I am not there yet for two reasons to say that they are a lock. One, health. The big three have only played 7 games together still, and they only have 20 games left, I believe, to get it right. And it's such a small sample size to get prepared for really a title run. And two, let's talk about defense, because right now the Nets are 25th in defensive rating. No team has ever won a championship with a defensive rating that low. I know they're loading up on offense, but defense, when the game slows down in the playoffs, will be crucial. And their defense will absolutely be tested, because this is the best version of what? The Philadelphia 76ers that we're seeing right now. This is the best version of the Milwaukee Bucks after they locked down Giannis, Chris Middleton, and now Drew Holiday. The Lakers are the defending champs, and there are a number of young teams making statements like the Jazz and the Suns. So when all the Brooklyn Nets players, they finally suit up, walk out there on the floor, and work to address their biggest question, their defense, that's when I'll say they're going to be a lock. But until then, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't know if you can say anything in the NBA is ever a lock, but this is one of the most impressive teams I've seen in my 18 years covering the NBA. Wow. I've never seen a team that has this type of offensive firepower. They are just absolutely so redundant. And when Kevin said that he was expecting to play well, I understand that, because he's come back from other big injuries in his career and has played great immediately out of the gates. His game is a game that's kind of timeless. You don't have to be in great rhythm when you have an incredible offensive skill set like that. And Shanae, I agree, their defense is a concern. But, they played pretty good defense last night. Nobody's been able to slow Zion down for months. They held Zion down, and I don't think that they're going to win games with their defense, but with their overall firepower, I think it's going to be really hard to beat them 4 out of 7. You may get them on a night where maybe one of their guys is dinged up, or you may get them on a night when their defense collapses or their older guys don't play so well, but I don't think you're going to do it 4 out of 7, and that's the name of the game in the NBA playoffs.
And Brian, this is where I want to sort of bring up another factor that people might be sleeping on. While we really love the offensive firepower that the Brooklyn Nets have, or just offense period with the way the game is officiated, I remember when I was playing, the refs had this meeting in preseason and they're like, all right, you can touch the defender once. We called it the hot stove rule, but after that, you can't touch him again. And